This is a Headgum podcast.
Hello, Josette.
Why don't you mic
Hello,
your
Naomi.
Why don't you mic your purse?
Okay.
Since your purse wants to be on the couch so damn bad.
I like being next to my purse, and I feel like it's really misogynist that you
I
are
was
in there. Is
I
it
was telling
gross or
you
is
to-
it fine?
No, I actually was thinking it's funny because there's like nothing in my purse right now. I lost some of my makeup that I normally keep in here. It all goes back to like having acne in high school. Like I always had a purse on me because I always needed my concealer.
You poor thing. I'm so sorry.
You don't even know.
Thank you.
I don't
Yeah,
feel bad for her.
Yeah.
Did you
that's
wear
fair.
concealer?
No, because my acne was my face. Like,
My acne was my face too, but it doesn't mean I wasn't gonna like waste hours and hours of my life trying to fight it. But yeah, right now I
Wait,
have.
what do you? Huh?
I just have my
What do
like
you
trying
mean?
to hide it.
You were.
Fight
you
it.
did want to.
Yeah, I wanted to.
You wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't have. You couldn't. You
I have
can't
my
hide
meds,
in plain.
I
You know,
have-
when you're naked and in the room alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have my
yeah.
meds. I have a playing card deck.
Yeah, that's you.
I don't have my tarot deck in here anymore. And then I have my passport and chapstick and lip liner.
I mean, respect.
Where do you have your passport?
I always have my passport in here. I don't know. It's just where I keep my passport.
Maybe we shouldn't talk extensively about what you keep.
I got
Your
a new. I
bag.
got a new.
I mean, I
ID
don't think anyone
finally.
really wants my passport. If I
Maybe
was
they
like,
do.
I have a brick of solid gold, you know, but
I carry around gold.
So it's
Did you guys ever get something in the throat? Did you guys ever get the Sacagawea coins?
yeah, I liked those.
Those
Yeah.
felt like gold a little bit.
Wait, so speaking of playing cards,
Fuck me.
We went to the Magic Castle the other.
We're very tired today because we went to the Magic Castle last night and we were there until
if I'm
very
up
late.
until midnight,
I'm tired.
like I'm really concerned about the next day. I don't
Well,
know how
yeah,
people
and
do
you
this.
should be.
Yeah,
I
mean,
need 9 hours.
At least
It's not a joke.
I slept. in.
Also, like I used to be able to sleep in, but now like my cat is just waking me up at 6:30 or 7 every day. So it's like there's
Damn.
no way really.
What are you gonna do with those?
I don't know. Wouldn't it be cool if I could do a card trick?
Well,
You guys
you'd
like the
hope
way that
we would
sounds?
be.
I
able
like
to.
that you can do that at least.
Yeah. I'm good at shuffling. I'm from a card family. It's good to have a deck of cards on you.
I was gonna.
Yeah,
What?
it is. It is good to have a
You
deck
guys
of
want to talk about
cards
our
on.
families, or
No, I want to talk about the Magic Castle.
What do you
I feel
want to
like
say?
there's
Yeah, we
lots of-
recap a little bit off mic. There was a lot of crazy stuff that happened. Basically, the one thing that we can speak about, I think, on the record with impunity is the fact that 99% of the people there are the most regular, normal people who like to get fucked up on
You know what
alcohol.
the thing I found though? I didn't really find them to actually be like regular normal people.
They were given,
Some people were regular normal, and then some people I'm like,
You really
Like
no,
rockabilly
No, I
freaks or
felt
whatever?
okay. It's
Shout out.
rockabilly nerd.
Yeah.
Wait,
Love
are
y'all.
we allowed to talk about any of this? Like, is it on lockdown?
No, we
What
are allowed to
happens
talk
in the
about
Magic
it.
No,
Castle?
I'm
you're
more
allowed
just
to,
saying
you
we
just can't
can't-
take photos.
And I'm just
Okay.
saying we should.
We're not gonna speak smack.
We'll see.
on
Yeah, we're not
this.
gonna
no,
talk
I have
shit.
no smack to speak.
I have no smack to speak.
I have some items, but some of them were a result of certain. You know what was actually really fun and really funny?
magic.
Kind of. I mean, the people. There were certain moments that really had me laughing, where people would be gasping at something that wasn't even the thing yet. They were just like gasping at like the next part of
In
the
a,
trip.
in a way,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
or
that was
whatever.
my
It was
favorite
so
part.
funny.
People's honestly, I said
being,
this before.
being in awe.
No, not me being in awe.
The people.
The people being in awe. Katie was. We saw
He
an
did
act
like this, right?
Something like that.
Sorry.
We saw an act where
Not you learning magic.
where it was like, you know how there's like a classic magic act where it's like birds. The guy's like bringing out birds. It's like that's very
Dude.
classic.
Yeah, it is.
Bringing out. It's like he has something. He like lights. Really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
like very much so.
Well, can you just help
Can
me?
you
then?
go up?
Is
It's these two. Yeah, these no
Other
other
side.
side. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
We
I'm-
can cut this.
I was imagining
You're
it was
good.
you.
I
Yeah,
don't care. We
Yeah.
can leave it on. Let them see.
Yeah, let them.
this is
I'm like,
the-
how did it get up here?
I don't know how it even gets really on your teeth in a funny way.
Yeah, it's really giving like, no offense to math teachers, but it's really giving math teacher.
Wow.
with lipstick on her teeth.
Yeah.
That's funny. My math teacher
I don't
did
know
not
why.
wear lipstick, and she did
Mine
not
was
like
a dyke.
me. And all my other ones were men.
Mine was a dyke.
How do you know I wasn't talking about men?
Okay. So we watched a magic act last night where this one was like the
It was
main
very
show.
Arrested Development.
And yeah, it was. It made me
Vibes.
think of Job immediately.
Well,
but
it is. That is that.
Job. But it's like, you like light something on fire and like the bird appears, and that was fucking awesome. So this was my favorite part of the night.
insane.
But I was sitting next to Katie, and he did one where it was a bird, or it was 3 birds.
Yep.
In a. I don't want to give away whatever.
I think you can.
Whatever. He did a trick where it's like 3 birds in a box, and he turned it into a poodle. who then he threw a ball and the poodle ran off stage. And the way
Dude,
Katie
it was
started, I thought you were
insane.
almost crying the way you
Laughing?
reacted to it.
I don't feel like it was that over
And then
the top.
he did it with what's the big bird that he
A macaw.
Yeah, he did the same thing.
I
with-
can't stress enough
floored
how
me.
big this bird
It
was,
was
and it
huge.
came out of a ribbon.
Yeah, it was
I
huge.
cannot-
And when it happened, that's the thing. It's the people's reaction is what magic's
He
It
about.
was just
distracted us with
absurd. It was
fire.
so absurd.
And I'm not. It's like
I don't understand.
I see the man's arms. He's got like leather wraps around his arms, whatever.
Yeah,
He's holding
I
a
loved
little
that
piece of
fashion
fabric.
choice.
Steampunk.
Insane.
Yeah.
The little piece of
Magic
fabric,
punk.
and then he
Sex
lit it on.
freak.
He lit the little piece of thing on fire. Don't spoil how this trick was done for us in the comments.
I
Leave
don't
us
ever
alone and
wanna
let
know
us.
how
I don't
any of
want to
this-
know how
They're
it's
not.
done.
They can't. If they know how it's done,
Some
they're
people-
sworn into the Magicians Guilds.
That's just a figment of
Whoa.
Arrested Development. I
No,
think.
no. It's true.
Oh,
like,
okay.
if you're really into magic to the point where you would know how that's done,
well,
I don't think you're gonna tell people.
You have to be able to be a member
Did
to be
someone-
going to the library.
Someone.
Yeah,
But he made a
I
big
don't know why
macaw
it made me
came-
laugh so much.
I was
Where did the
I was
macaw come
absolutely
from?
shaken. And then the other I don't know where it came from. The other thing that was interesting, and honestly, we got taken around by a wonderful gentleman, and
Yeah.
every time he would show us another joke, he not a joke. I guess it was.
He was doing.
He was
certain
doing jokes, but
and
he
riddles
was
and
also a
such.
magician, and he did a show for us. And he also did some tricks just for us, like when we were just like moving through the castle, and like at a certain point when he was about to show us something, we were all going like, "No!"
We were just like, God damn
No.
it!
Or like we were at the show that he did, another group like just sat in with us, and like this dude, he was definitely drunk, but the way he was like,
He was
what
like
he saying?
sweating.
He's like, "No fucking way."
Yeah, he was yelling at him, like,
fucking
"Shut the
way.
fuck
No,
up."
He was
shut
like,
the fuck
he
up.
was like, Brian, you're insane, or whatever it is. It's like, he was like, and then he was like, "Are you ready for me to do this next part?" He was like,
"No."
"Yeah, I guess." I
Like,
mean,
I
he was
mean,
like pissed.
It makes you. It's almost you don't know how it's done so much that it makes
Because
you
you're just like, you
angry.
bastard.
Yeah, it is
like,
you bastard.
when you know like what they're gonna do, but you have no idea
how they do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
We
understand.
went to a mentalist
I think
show too.
I think I know how he did one of the tricks though. I'll
Well,
tell you
which-
after.
Well, can
I
we
got-
just talk
no,
about it?
The
well-
mentalist thing I did not understand at all.
How the
I have
mentalist thing
no
worked at all.
Idea.
That was insane. I know the other shit is sleight of hand, but
Yeah.
the mentalist shit and the
I
card
actually do
tricks-
want to hear from people if they have any idea how somebody like says think of a number and then correctly guesses the number. Like, is that just a game of
I don't know if it's
predictability?
probability.
Yeah.
My other thought is also
Don't
it's like
understand.
sometimes like when they
Let's do it
suggest
now.
a number. So last night Brian asked me and the other dude to like say a number, and he said the number 35 when he was asking the question. I'm wondering if a lot of what happens is actually a suggestion.
Uh-huh.
Where it's like he said 35. I already thought of my number before he said that number, so
Uh-huh.
it could be not that. But I'm wondering if a lot of it actually is like suggestion and probability.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're always
How
right.
do you get the trick to work every time?
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
thing. Like,
I
that
I was
is my-
expecting to at least see one trick of a magician or a mentalist that like didn't work out perfectly.
The mentalist shit fucked me up.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit was insane.
Okay, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10.
7.
No.
Okay.
I'm really wait, this is what they did.
Yeah.
It would be like, I'm passing it to you.
3,
Closer.
4.
So that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
How? But wait, he did do one of the mentalists did do one where he had like a thing where he wrote down the number before.
Oh, right.
And he got it. He was 1 off, and then on the card where he written
Said
it, he
off by
opened it
1.
up and he says off by 1. Where I'm just like, how the fuck
Yeah.
do they
I don't
do
get
this
it at
shit?
all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know how you really be. You know how I could see being really passionate about magic and who I want to take to the castle.
Ivan Berry.
No, Sarab.
Sarab, yeah. Our
Sarab,
drummer.
didn't that German
Ivan
guy?
would know how shit would be done.
Yeah, of
though.
course he would. Oh, well.
Okay, I do want to talk about this one couple that we saw at the castle. So you go in,
Couple.
you say there's like a bookshelf, you say open sesame and the bookshelf opens, and then you walk into like this bar area. And then
We're giving away the
behind
whole
the bar,
castle.
yeah, I mean you told me I could.
Oh yeah, I mean, can we?
And then behind the bar,
Can
there-
you guys
Oh, they
Google?
were-
Can we talk about the magic
piano?
castle?
yeah.
No, they worked there.
They definitely did.
They worked there.
They
Because I
definitely
saw
worked there.
one of the guys in the lending library.
No, I don't think he's in the lending library because he works there. I think he's in the lending library because he's reading about magic tricks.
I kind of think that people are going there. Like, I think if you're going, it's like how Brian. I think people who are members are going there all the time.
Yeah, I think they were a couple who is so there's a player piano there. Yeah, what's going on?
Sorry, I had my sleeves tucked up into my jacket in a way that was making me so uncomfortable.
Are you
during the
I
last
can really
night.
see your inner child when
Trying to
your
fix
little
it.
tongue comes
I-
out.
I don't like it. Felt really bad. It was rolled up. They're like tuxedo sleeves, and I don't have what's it called? What are they called? Cufflinks.
Yeah,
I don't have cufflinks, so they're
feels
like
really bad.
so they're
The divergence comes out.
yeah. I'd be divergenting, but I would need a cufflink to pin the cuff.
Do you have cufflinks?
So
Roger that.
yeah, but I'm fixed.
I'm
now.
gonna forget.
Yeah,
I'll
I
have
try to be
cufflinks by the next
somebody.
time.
I try to be someone that has like a notes app on my phone
I'm not gonna
for
ever
like
have a notes.
gift ideas for
I'll
people.
just know what you like more than
I just don't even know what people like. It just I'm
I
just
barely know
not
what I
a
like.
good friend. I'm sorry.
I know what you like.
I know, but I don't know really what you like.
Yeah.
Well, what you
Hmm.
like can't be purchased,
Yeah.
which is pretty
Which
cool.
is what?
Being at home,
Well, you
being
like
left
baking.
alone, hanging out with your dogs, cooking, fermenting stuff,
Yeah, you like grains.
watching Drag Race,
I haven't really
like
been
being
watching
with your
Drag Race.
girlfriend and your dog.
watching reality TV with Kelly,
We actually been
You like
really
nice
watching
furniture.
a lot of like
watching murder series with Kelly.
No, we're watching like a lot of war documentaries.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I started
it's
watching the
docs.
first season of True Detective.
True Detective is so good. The
Yeah.
first 2 seasons are unbelievable.
I have to say the like spiral that
really
that the
scary.
murderer drew on the girl's back is very similar to my tattoo.
Yeah, I mean it's all kind of that first season is really scary.
I don't find it to be that scary because I don't find those images to be very scary. I'll just say this much: a girl.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're spoiling the show for the show
yeah,
that's
it
been
came
out for
out.
like 6
if you haven't
years
watched
ago.
it by now, sorry.
I haven't watched it, so I'm
A
with
girl gets murdered, and they
Fuck
find
that.
out that she was a working girl. She's a sex worker, and they eventually like track down her diary.
Oh,
and,
you haven't gotten to any of the shit that I'm actually talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah, but I was already, the gears were turning in my head where it was like, because they set up this big dichotomy of like the
This
Christian
shit is
people.
this shit is so good.
Like
to
the
me.
Christian people in the South are like really concerned about the crime because they're like, it's an anti-Christian like crime. And then,
Why?
but
because
there's
pagan
pagan
imagery.
imagery. And the girl is like,
I don't want.
okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It doesn't
you,
matter.
You kind of.
But I was like, they've kind
I
of
would
set
hate
up this dichotomy
I
of
know I
like
would hate it.
Matthew McConaughey's character is kind of this like
love
hermit who is an atheist and is very pessimistic about humans. And they set up this dichotomy of like
You haven't
the
found out why
Christians,
yet, right?
well, his kid died.
Yeah.
Like the Christians
Just
are very
recap show.
concerned. Whatever. The Christians are really concerned, and like Matthew McConaughey's like this freak. But I'm like, there's something here that's gonna get like turned on its head where it's like the Christians are actually the people.
They're the
I'm
freaks.
just thinking.
It's really. It gets. Tell me what you think about it later. I'm
excited.
I've seen it like twice. I really love that.
I
First
don't really
season.
love watching scary things of my own, but I do love like a
that-
murder mystery.
To be honest, like a
If I
thriller,
start watching it, I
Yeah.
can't stop.
I fucking love that's my favorite kind of thing.
If
I
I'm
love
being
a
honest,
mystery
it's kind of one of the
thriller.
only times in my life where I feel like there's like, if I'm in the middle of a show, do you know what I'm saying?
No, because you haven't said much.
Okay, well, it's one of the only times where I don't have this existential dread about what's next
well, that's.
because
In
what's
your
next
life?
is I'm gonna continue watching the show.
I think that's why people binge TV.
And then it's like
To know
really
what's
hard when it
next.
ends.
Yeah,
It's really hard, especially if the ending isn't satisfying. Like, I think that's part of why people feel that deep anger. If, like,
The show
like with
doesn't
Game
go-
of Thrones,
Yeah.
because it gave us like it.
We wrote a better
alleviated-
end. No offense. We wrote a
What
better
was our
ending to
ending
Game
of Game of Thrones?
I just remember in the moment when we were like, "This is what's gonna happen. It's gonna be so fucking crazy," and like that would have been.
But do you
sick.
remember what it was?
I don't
No, I just remember
remember.
that what we came up with
Well,
was
apparently
like,
it wasn't that good for you.
yeah, it was sick.
This was
I don't
years
remember
ago.
anything about the show anymore. I don't know who. I don't know what anyone. I know people's names, but I don't remember the last names or the. You know, it
Daenerys
leaves you. Mhm.
was Jon Snow's.
Wait.
aunt,
Wait.
and they
Why
had a
did you?
baby.
Why did you bring up True Detective?
I don't remember that at all.
Mm,
Yeah, why? How did we get here?
We have the worst attention deficit disorder.
I don't
As
know
a
how we
group,
got here.
Spiral. Maybe I
s-
felt you guys didn't want to talk about the couple at the Magic Castle
Oh wait,
anymore.
who's the couple?
Well, we were
So-
just saying they worked there. They were magicians. They
Oh,
were.
I
yeah.
don't
like,
think they worked there.
I think
he
I
was,
don't know.
He was dressed crazy and he was in the lending library, which made me
Okay,
think he
we
was
came in
a magician.
and
Because you see Irma.
yeah, so Irma is the player piano there that you can talk to and you can suggest a song.
This had the greatest impact on me as a child.
Yeah,
I
you
really-
seem to be like really in awe. What was it?
I like
Just
that.
a
I mean,
moment of
like,
like,
think about you go to your
It's fun.
kid, and I'm like gonna tell it to go sing "My Heart Will Go On." And I'm thinking, how the fuck is this bitch doing this?
yeah.
It's a ghost that's supposed to be playing the piano, and it plays.
Is that what you requested? My Heart Will Go On.
Probably. I was into. I really love that song.
That's cute. I don't think you told me that when we covered that song.
That song got ruined for me in that process. You know what I mean? In that way.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so there's a player piano and there's like a couple next to the piano and they're really talking to Irma. They're like watching her play
They're tipping
like
her.
a
Well, I mean,
Scott
like,
Joplin song,
I
and they're
think-
like,
I think they
"Ooh."
remembers probably because like I can imagine like
Yeah.
Brian like doing it too because he's like people who love the magic.
Right. So, but
Yeah.
I wanted Irma to play
Oh yeah,
a Tori Amos song and she didn't know it. So
because Irma's supposed to be a dead. I think Irma. I think the point of Irma is like she's a dead woman who used to play the piano.
So it's like there's a cutoff
I
of a
think there
certain
might be a
date.
cutoff.
What's so what?
I just
When
feel
did
like
she
they
die?
should tell me that.
1997 after.
I
My
don't
Heart
know.
Will Go On
We
came out?
didn't. None of us read.
I'm like-
we should.
But
So
alive.
we need to Google this, but we didn't read the plaque.
Yeah. She also couldn't play. There was like a bro that came up and wanted her to play Home. What is this Kanye song? Is it Homecoming? What am I talking about? Runaway?
Runaway.
Runaway.
I mean, like I think it's too modern because she's dead.
yeah, but my heart will. That Anya makes a great point.
Okay, I don't know if she played that song, guys.
Okay.
I was a kid.
All right. Anyway,
I liked her.
I was really charmed by this couple who was like being so sweet to the piano and like
when you tip it, it makes like it like plays a song.
yeah, it plays a little happy jingle.
How does the magic work?
I don't understand.
I gotta be honest. Like you think when we went to the first show, like the Mentalist show, you think that you know how it works. Like you're like, oh, it's like, or it's like, oh, it's based on like probability and like statistics and like he's using like some sort of like you know, not manipulation, but you know what I mean. Like you think you fucking know, and then you're actually in there. You're like, I don't know
Yeah.
any of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
How does magic work?
I was literally just spiraling, thinking it's like riddles for your eyes.
You know
what
what
I
I
mean?
would love to do?
Riddles
Oh wait,
for
and that
your
was my other
eyes.
favorite part of the night.
The
is
riddles
yeah,
were we were
Kate
having
was
fun.
losing
we did some riddles at dinner.
I hated it.
Um,
I was literally just spiraling. If you could scroll back in the video, you'll see me like looking off and dissociating. I was thinking about the riddles.
Anya
I
and
hate
Allie,
riddle.
can
I was
we
like,
do a riddle for
"Jeez."
you guys right now?
Yeah,
Yes.
please.
Okay. If you have a bee in your hand, then what is in your eye?
I fucking hate riddles, you guys. I fucking hate riddles.
We'll give you some clues, or if you ask questions, then we'll help you along.
I'll help you. I'll
Because
read
there's a
you a
riddle
little
that
bit.
our
If you're
magic
if
guy-
you're
You want us
hol-
to like ask
if you're
questions?
holding a bee in your hand, what is in your
Mhm.
eye?
Are we talking about the letters?
Not letters.
No,
No,
not
don't go
letters.
the letter route.
My eyeballs. It's just obvious, like the obvious thing.
No,
Yeah,
no.
no.
It's more like
Think about it. Think about it.
Do you want
in
another
It has to
clue?
do.
space.
It has to do with a popular phrase.
it's like an idiom.
Yeah.
Oh, is it like a bird in the hand is worth?
It's
You're
something
close.
like that.
Keep going.
But it doesn't have the word hand
if you're
in it.
holding a bee,
What does that make
what does
you?
that make you?
Beekeeper.
If you're
Even
holding
simpler
it.
than that.
We can tell you guys.
Even
holding
simpler
it.
than that.
Fuck riddles. You
No,
guys.
you're not stupid.
No.
I didn't get this.
fucking hate
Naomi got
riddles.
both of the riddles right away.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
And
No,
I hate
am I a
riddles.
bee holder?
Yes.
What's a
Okay.
bee holder?
Well,
So
then
then
what
what's
is
in
your
your
eye?
eye?
Think about
Oh,
it. What's-
beauty.
Thank you.
Yes.
That was
Good job.
probably
Good
fun for
job.
the
Like, a
audience
bee
too.
holder's not a thing. I would shut up. Oh, am I
Yeah.
a bee holder?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what's really funny? Like how you know what's funny about the brain? It's like how when you're saying, "Am I a bee holder?" You're thinking holding bee.
Right. I know. That is so true, Josette.
It is so true.
That's the whole riddle, actually.
Yeah.
That's actually
that.
So then, so
Fucking
our
hate that
magic
shit.
guide told us some riddles at dinner, and then Naomi's partner got on a train of like just saying like you could just come up with something
Fake
that
riddles.
sounds like a riddle.
She was like, yeah, you guys were
Wait, no,
you
wait,
guys were
so wait,
popping off.
what is
You were
two?
like, what does two have that four wants?
Yeah, yeah.
And then she just said,
And then-
sex.
No, but she was trying to say sex. That sounded like six.
But that
Yeah.
also doesn't
Make any sense.
It
I
kind of
liked
is
it.
making me realize that we were like in a really surreal dream state environment at that
Very.
point. I think due to being in the magic castle and how
Also,
tired
like
we
what's
were.
up and
there-
down, but
we were
never
there-
here.
Yeah, we were there for fucking hours.
Right.
Yeah. That's why when I sent the long text after he invited me, that was like, this is what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
Like we will have to. It will be long. Like
It kind
It
of
was
reminds
long.
me, like in a funny way. It's funny. I wonder, what year was Disneyland?
It's a great
Made-
question.
What year was Disneyland?
The 30s, the 20s, the 40s. I don't know.
No, it's probably like
40s.
Can
The
someone
50s.
Someone Google what year?
I have to
Disneyland?
say, like
open to
in
it being
terms
the
of me,
50s,
what I
60s
really like
even.
magic, but like the set design of Disneyland or Disney World, like I love that the most.
Well, I'm
even
saying
more
I think it's
than
kind of like all. I'm
A
wondering
ride or a show.
what I'm trying to talk about more is like there's a certain aesthetic that
Yes.
is very
Hollywood?
Los Angeles
Yeah.
of that time
Time.
period where it's
Mhm.
like the creating a world within a world that is all like trickery. That feels
Yeah.
very LA to me, and
Yeah.
I feel like even though I'm like this is fucking insane, it's wonderful.
It's also
Feel a
just
sense
like
of wonder.
such a pre. It's like such a pre, internet, like thing where it's just like
yeah,
people gasping and screaming at something that's like
yeah.
the most kind of like there was a moment in the show last night that really made me laugh. In the main show, there was
Wait, which
this
one?
German guy, and he was going
Oh,
crazy.
the orange.
And he was he was doing something with an orange, and he pushed out this tree that was on like a table, and then he kind of like stood
He was
stood
like-
he stood
Going
in front
over the tree.
The tree's like back here, and he's like standing in front, and he's going like this, and then as he's doing that, there's like some mechanism within the tree that's like
Where like a door
turning the
opens.
leaves around or
Yeah.
whatever, and then like oranges are revealed
Right.
or something. It's like there's a device within the tree clearly
But
that
people
makes
were
that possible.
shitting
People
their
were-
pants and
People were
dying.
gasping.
People just want
Like-
And I'm like,
magic.
yeah, I have a Christmas tree that can turn around if I press a little button.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's not. It's, like
it's
there-
the same thing.
But there was
It's
something
so
about
funny.
there's something about like, and maybe this is me post Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, where I think about in
Facts.
Chitty
this
Chitty
is
Bang
this
Bang,
is me post Chitty
Yeah,
Chitty
baby.
Bang Bang.
where I think about the breakfast scene in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and I think about that. Do you not see this movie?
I've seen it, but
Do you not see it? It's on right now.
no, you know what? I
Where
had to.
the
okay, wait.
breakfast. It's a machine, Katie. It's the machine.
I
She
had
didn't
to
like Chitty
block
Chitty
this
Bang Bang.
whole movie
Oh, 'cause
out
it's
because
scary?
the scary
Yeah,
man.
scary.
I used to not be able to go into my basement
Scary
because
guy.
I was
Thinking
really
about
sure.
him?
So okay, so
the German guy
so
almost looked like the scary guy.
I had a basement in my house growing up, and like there was a
Damn.
staircase with kind of like a Harry Potter situation under the stairs, you know, like a little area. And I was always really convinced that that
Down.
man
Lives
was
in your
down
home.
living there under the stairs.
Scary.
And
That's where
I
he
was
would live.
always really sure that if I turned around,
He'd
I
be
would
there.
see his nose sticking out. Yeah. And I would know
that
he's,
it's over.
he
He's
has come.
come
I
to
have
capture
my-
the kids.
I just remembered I remembered a memory. I recovered
Okay.
a memory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is my first. It kind of relates to the True Detective and being scared. Only in that it relates to being scared,
Okay.
and it relates to this in a sense of being scared.
Wait, should we actually talk about this episode? The things that we were
Yes,
so
fears
scared
and
of
nightmares,
when we were
yeah.
This is
kids?
good.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one.
Speak it into the world, and then maybe
Okay,
it'll
no,
disappear.
Go.
Okay,
Release.
so I'm releasing it.
At the end of it, we say, "I rebuke you."
No, you say abracadabra, get out of my cabra. Hot.
Get out of my cabeza.
Cabeza.
Abracadabra, no more thoughts in my cabeza.
Dude.
Mi cabeza. If you're Spanish.
Wait, I actually do have to say.
No, they
earlier,
need
we
to
were
say
recording
this-
the outro of this pod, and our producers have put.
Is
like,
this interesting?
She just wants
I think
to
it's
roast
funny.
you.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I
She
think it's
said,
funny.
I love that you speak Spanish.
I love that you speak Spanish.
Okay, so there was a pronunciation next to Allie Kahan's last name that was C-O-N, and for my Spanish speakers in the crowd, you'll understand why my brain heard Joe say Khan, and I read in my head, cone. So I was like, cone.
Yeah, but how it came out was like we're reading through the script.
thought
and,
that it was
and Josette
wrong. I
goes,
mean-
and Josette goes,
Allie Khan.
and our
I say,
producer is
"Cone."
Allie Kahan. And then wait, are you a producer? What are you?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Wait, she completely dissociated all the other information.
And then our producer is Allie Kahan. And then Naomi's
literally
line
was
is
like,
next.
"Cone."
Naomi's line is next, and the line is supposed to be like, you can watch our podcast here, but what Naomi says is cone.
Like I just said. I said, you know what would have been you could have just let me say what I said. We're going to condense this part.
Okay.
What's so good
Fair
about
enough.
this story?
I know this is why.
What
this
were
is
you?
why
Okay,
I
fine.
just-
What were we talking about before?
Fears and nightmares.
Oh, yeah, fears.
Yeah, but I'm curious. What tickled you about the story?
Just the
Spanish?
me being an idiot.
No, like what I was trying to describe, this doesn't matter, but it's like what I was trying to describe that was so funny to me was the way I perceived it was that you were, instead of reading your next line,
was just saying
you
that.
were saying, I wasn't perceiving, again, I'm not a Spanish speaker, not again, but for the first time, I'm not so I was not perceiving it as cone as in contigo. I was perceiving it as cone as in a cone. And
I'm just
I
like,
was
cone.
perceiving that instead of you saying a line,
I just say cone.
cone.
Stroke.
Cone.
Yes.
Cones.
That's why I thought it was funny.
I like cones.
That's funny. Well, no, you don't. You like cup. So test
I
time.
do like cup. I found a new cup that I liked that almost made me cry because I liked it so much.
What was the cup?
What was it?
Just a really fucking beautiful cup, guys.
What does
I
it
was
look
just like, I
Where
literally
were
pulled.
you?
I was at Kate's house and she was making coffee and then she pulled out a cup and I was like, I've
I
never
love
seen
this
this cup before. It wasn't even particularly small, but it was beautiful. I'm gonna send you
I
guys a
love-
picture. And
this is-
I was holding it and I was like, I love this cup.
I wish I
No, a
had
beautiful
millions
cup.
of dollars to
Oh my
spend on
God.
pottery.
I literally was just like,
No,
I was
a
like
beautiful
moved
cup.
to
I know.
tears.
I want to get rid of all of my cups and just keep buying cups.
Yeah,
You know?
totally.
I
Totally.
do. I totally do. You
If
know,
I can
seeing
just be
cup
like
set
with a
is
beautiful cup.
So cool.
Oh, a new cup that I love
I'm gonna
so
show
much.
you guys the cups.
Yeah, show
okay,
us the
wait,
cup.
hold on. Hold on, guys.
Wait,
Sorry.
do you
And then I
guys
still
know the
wanna know the
Mormon
trauma.
influencer who like is on TikTok?
Definitely not.
Nara.
Nah.
Yeah, she bakes a lot. I'll have to show you. But okay, but her video of hers came up where it was like her having a late night snack and she was like, I like heat up this popcorn with like butter and marshmallow. I don't want to eat marshmallow, but
I saw someone make
she was eating like I would say the amount of snack was like this much.
Not,
But then
that's
it was
not
on a
enough
plate.
snack.
It was on a plate that was this thick and like looked like a little cloud.
I like that.
So it was like the overall thing. It was like I was like, are you tricking your brain
People
into
do that.
because the plate
sorry.
itself looked like marshmallow.
I'm texting who made the Lacma cups.
Oh,
Are they-
I'm
tell.
gonna find out.
Wait, are they from Lacma?
It's
you guys,
yes.
okay, this is the issue. I have another question, but I need you to tell your scary story, which
gonna
I do
tell my
think we should
scary
talk
story.
about. But I also want to know, like, do you guys have like when do you have midnight snacks?
I don't have a midnight snack.
Almost
You know what?
never.
You know what
Do
the
you?
truth
No
is?
one's
A
ever.
midnight snack for me is maybe like twice a year.
I know, only when I'm like gone out somewhere.
It's more like I'm gonna have. You know what? My midnight snack is
You're like
crazy
toast.
breakfast.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
instead of having the snack at midnight, it's like I wake up and I'm like I'm gonna eat something. I'm
Oh.
gonna order
Crazy.
something insane.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
that's not
I
a
mean, like,
midnight
I'll
snack.
do that.
But that's my the midnight
that's your
the midnight
version.
urge gets transposed onto the morning energy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
For me, that's like because normally I wake up and I don't eat breakfast for a couple of hours.
Mm.
So it's like if I If I'm eating right away, I guess that's my.
This is
That sounds bad.
This is groundbreaking stuff that the fans are getting.
Okay, yeah, they're
I
getting
actually had a
somewhere.
lot of hope in myself for this episode,
No,
but
it's
it's
fine.
going
No, we
were having
downhill.
fun.
Hey, this is the slop we're fucking doing. You know, I need you down and subscribe, but please subscribe.
Go
still.
back to your childhood fear.
They love the podcast this way, exactly how we are. Right?
Yeah.
The
Thank
okay,
you, producer.
my
That's
first
that's the new
big
thing I need from a
yawn.
producer.
the moment I start talking.
No,
I've done it
Katie.
before.
This is literally
so
Katie.
funny.
Anytime I'm talking to Katie during the podcast,
Don't
she's-
hate on me right now.
No, this is what she
I'm
does.
being
She's like,
serious.
look,
No, I know
okay.
she needs. She's
Okay, peace. Be with you.
Thank
And
you.
also with you.
And with your
You're supposed
spirit.
to-
And with your spirit, they updated the script.
Ugh, fuck them. Okay. Take it away
Fuck
from
them,
me.
as in the Catholic Church, just in
Fuck-
case you were
I'm
wondering.
the Catholic Church.
I'm Jewish.
This video and podcast is sponsored and brought to you by Squarespace.
Squarespace.
Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create beautiful websites and engage with your audience, whoever they may be. From products to content
To time.
to time itself, I'm hearing. I've just received information that Squarespace is now selling time itself, all in one place and on your terms. To buy time on my own terms is
Isn't
one of
that
the most
what-
enticing things I've
Isn't
ever
that what
heard
we're
of
all
in my
trying
life.
to do in some ways?
Wow, I love time. And how does Squarespace do things for me on my website, Katie?
On time.
Squarespace has the tools you need to create and sell your own online course. Start with a layout that fits your brand, upload videos,
Stout.
and customize everything with next generation editing technology.
Wow.
Create engaging lessons the audience will love, then add a paywall and set the price. You can charge a one-time fee or sell subscriptions. Take what you know and turn it into income
Whose
with
voice is
Squarespace
this?
courses.
Baby.
No,
it's
it's
that
like a
guy
combo.
from Wayne's World. Wayne's World.
Cool,
It's
thank
the
you.
R for W. If you guys want to take a course on how to do this voice, you could sign up on my Squarespace website.
Lispforlisp.com.
It's
Where
not a
we-
wisp. Squarespace makes it easy to build a website that you might think would be a complicated website. Like building a website for a course, that sounds like hard.
It
and
sounds like you'd have to click to all different types of pages.
It sounds like so many clickings.
Yeah, but maybe all the clickings could be kind of
One
held
streamlined.
in one place.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you have to click a lot,
Right.
you're not opening 8,000 new tabs. You already probably have 75 tabs open.
Right. So on Squarespace,
So
you
don't
can
worry about
you can have video collections, you can sell content, you can do email campaigns, so that you can keep your audience engaged. They're teaching you how to do a lot of things that
Love it.
sound really next level, but Squarespace makes it easy. So if you want to find out more, you can check out squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/gayotic to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. I mentioned this when I went to Florida to go to my grandma's memorial. She was
Florida.
friends with a lot of nuns and priests, and so I talked to a couple of clergy people.
Closeted gay people, nuns and priests.
They listen to this podcast.
They
Nuns
do
and
not
priests?
listen to this
No,
podcast.
I'm kidding. Yeah, they don't.
Oh my God, if you're a nun and you listen to this podcast,
Call in. I mean,
I
there's
will
no
in.
way.
I would
I'd love to
love-
have you
if
on.
you are a former
Wait,
nun,
I wonder if I could get Sister Mary. What's her name? Sister Mary Andrews.
I'm like
If
not
you are
gonna
a
Guys,
former
guys,
do
nun,
a good
She's-
impression on
No,
her.
no,
Reach
she's
out.
okay. Well, she's yeah.
Gay?
I don't know what I can say. She
is
used to be an oil rigger before she became a nun, and I love her.
Yeah, I wonder
Even
why.
though we disagree on a lot of things, and I don't really know.
you can hold those things. You're good at that.
I think it's just that I come from a family that kind of is so deeply problematic. It's I don't know what else to do
Yeah,
than
I mean, it's a
learn
thing-
that
it's a
skill
you
useful
set.
just hold
school.
both truths.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
so
good for you.
deeply Catholic. I shouldn't say blatantly problematic. I like you guys. I'm sorry.
It's complex. Love is love.
but
is
I was
complex.
talking to a younger I guess they're called deacons when they're in seminary, but they haven't become
Yeah.
priests yet.
Yeah.
Deacon was what the one character on 6 Feet Under was.
I have a
Who?
my
gay one.
yeah, Michael C. Hall. Love
Yes.
him. I had
Oh.
I had a wonderful teacher who's a deacon who told me scary stories.
Okay, well, this guy said that when he applied to, let's go back to that.
We'll come back to that. I love that.
This
That's
guy said
awesome.
when he applied to seminary, to Catholic seminary, like only about a third of them get let in.
Oh.
I was like, why? What's that about? And he was like, well, they're trying to like weed out, like they're aware of like the bad
eggs.
PR.
They're like, do you
Fuck.
like kids?
right. They're like trying to figure out if you
they're
have
really
weird
aware
vibes.
of the bad PR, then why are they just shuffling priests from place
State
to
to
place?
state. From school to school.
Yeah. Yeah.
To continue the molesting.
Yeah.
It's completely
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
I wonder if it's the kind of thing
Did you
of
guys
like,
watch the Boy Scouts of America doc?
no.
You
Fuck my
it-
ass.
Okay, I'm just gonna say one thing, and it might be wrong about the statistic, but I'm not gonna be far off. When they initially let the title, like what do you call it? It's Title IX. What do you when you call it when a corporation does bankruptcy?
Bankrupt.
Chapter 9.
Okay.
Is it? I think.
I don't know.
When you could still like when all these people could still put a complaint against the Boy Scouts of America for sexual abuse, they were like, we're probably gonna get like 800 or 900 cases at most. Guess how many they fucking like had?
Thousands.
Send me the number.
I'm pretty okay.
Send me the number.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's like around this
You
much.
thought it was 800, 900?
That's what they initially were
Okay.
saying.
I think 20,000.
Like 50.
I was going to say 50,000, so she sent me the number and not you. But you were close.
The number only got.
Yeah.
But it's the same.
something
It was
about
the same
the
kind
thought.
of framework of like shuffling.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's insane.
Do you guys
Yeah.
think we could get through an episode of Gayotic without talking about sexual abuse?
No.
No, I
Probably
Okay,
mean,
not.
just checking.
Can someone born female get through their life without experiencing sexual abuse? Probably not.
man.
fuck me.
So please go back to what scared you as a kid. And hopefully it's not sexual abuse, but
It's not.
Okay.
Not that I'm
Well, it should have
aware
been.
of.
Yeah.
Well, you can unpack it.
Not that I've remembered yet.
Oh, what do you want?
There's a power bar down there. Trash. Power bar. Trash.
Oh, you're hungry.
I kind of want like a granola bar or something.
You need a little snack.
Yeah. Anya, can you bring me a snack?
This is
Oh my
very much
goodness.
as ADHD.
It'll
or,
let me figure out where the cup is from.
Okay,
We'll-
wait. Say the story.
We're gonna tie off loose ends.
Say the story.
Okay, wait, hold on. Oh my god.
I have a
hell
story
yeah.
too. If you're not gonna say your story.
Okay, I'm gonna tell my story and then I'm gonna show the cup.
What if I actually start talking only like that?
I knew a girl who talked
Oh yeah.
like this
Oh.
because her parents were like, "It's really cute."
Yeah, and then she talked like that her
Then I
whole
was
life.
like, "Okay,
Some man.
god damn." Hey, you
Why are you not telling us?
Because I'm waiting for the snack to drop.
Okay.
Snack drop.
Oh wow.
Producer
Thank you so
reveal.
much.
Snack drop.
Wow.
Snack reveal. Snack drop.
Snack reveal.
Snack reveal.
What's she gonna choose?
I'm gonna have these. The
God.
nuts and the
Nuts.
berries.
Nuts and berries.
Nuts and berries.
Tell your story.
Okay, so
An hour into the episode.
I remember at some point watching it was animated
oh,
program,
no.
maybe when I was like 5 or 6.
Okay.
It was right around Halloween time, so something was on
Ah.
TV, and it was about Ichabod Crane.
Dude, the headless horseman is
Headless
so
Horseman.
scary.
And then the headless horseman,
Was it Hey Arnold?
maybe.
I loved Hey
That
Arnold.
episode is scary.
I don't remember if it was Hey Arnold, but I remember it was like the story of Ichabod Crane.
I think it was Hey Arnold.
And I was like,
Some of the shit's real
remind
scary.
me to never go to sleep again because this motherfucker doesn't have a head and yet he's riding a horse
It's scary.
and he's scary as fuck. And where
It
did
was
his head
animated?
go? And I was
think
just like,
it was Hey
fucked
Arnold.
me up.
That episode should not have aired.
or could have been
It
could have been
fucked me
Rugrats
up,
too,
yo.
but I think Hey Arnold makes more
It
sense.
fucked me up.
We should watch it again.
I did
I would
not
love
like
to-
Ichabod Crane's
Yeah,
story.
I found that to be. I used to play like for some reason I played with my friends when I was a kid, like Headless Horseman. Who knows what that
What's
game was?
the game?
I don't know.
You got off one of your friends' heads.
Okay, you guys want to hear my scary story?
yeah.
Do you guys want to know something about me when I was a kid? You guys know what night terrors are?
Yeah, screaming.
So I had night terrors when I was a kid,
Poor thing.
and I'm pretty
When did they
sure.
start?
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't remember. I don't remember, but I remember I had two really scary recurring
I
dreams.
know your scary one. I know this.
I had one where all the Muppet monsters.
Mm-hmm.
I was in an elevator with my mom on my mom's
Actually,
back.
didn't know this was a dream. I thought it was just a thought.
It was a night.
No, this was I
So
had
it's
this. This
between
was
a
a
thought and a
reoccurring.
dream.
This was a reoccurring dream I would have, and I would get trapped there. And I'm pretty sure this was when I was having a night terror.
Mm.
And I would be on my mom's back, and all the monsters would be around. But I would be telling her all the monsters were around, and she couldn't hear me. And then the second one
Yeah.
was my mom was like, I feel like I was in like Blockbuster Video, but my mom was like Frankenstein's wife.
Oh, Frankenstein's wife is kind of a scary thing around.
Or she was like laying on a
Who is
bed,
that?
She's the woman. She has the big
straight.
straight hair that goes up in the two
Is
kind of
she
lightning
also a
streaks.
Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something just fucked up about it, but I used to have those reoccurring dreams. And I
Interesting
would,
that your mom was in both of your terrors.
I mean, I don't know. I don't
neither
know
do
the
I.
I don't know. We'll have to unpack it later.
I know. Have you ever had like? I know that neither you don't really dream, but have
Not
you ever
anymore.
had? Did you
Well, I
ever
do a
have
little.
like vivid dreams?
Yeah, well, those I mean, like I would literally go into those dreams all the time, and it would be the same
the same
thing,
ones.
and I would have to try to figure out. I would have to like I did it so much that I would have to figure out how to realize it was a dream when
Yeah.
I was a kid
My
because
sister
it was
and I
like
had the same dream one night.
what?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Where?
scary.
We were sleeping at my grandma's house.
That's scary as fuck. Go
We
on.
were next to each other.
Okay, you know where that podcast I told you about? That's like a thing where people who have like really scary, vivid dreams and they figure out that they're having the same dream.
It was an
It's-
awesome dream. It wasn't scary.
Oh, then what the fuck? Are you sure she's not? Who's telling the truth? Who's lying? Or is it both truths? Who's which?
Two truths and a
We'd
lie.
have to call her in.
Maddie?
Emily.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. We were getting ready for a mermaid to come to our shore.
That's
Cool.
wonderful.
Yeah.
The Secrets of Rona Nish.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch a movie or
Style.
something?
I don't think so. I just remember like we both figured out. I said something about like, oh, I had a dream about like a mermaid last night. And she was like, oh, me too. And then we like,
Talked about it.
yeah.
That's
so-
so strange.
That's there's a lot of
Dreams as an alternate
people
reality.
people sleeping in the same bed having like similar
Connected dreams.
dreams or the continuation of someone's dream. Imagine that happening. How does that work? What is it
fucking
like?
wild.
You go to a different plane of consciousness that you're both like aware of.
Well, it's kind of the thing that like I
Oh,
don't know. Maybe
God.
just because you're
Maybe
it's the same. It maybe is like similar
What fourth dimension?
to certain types of synchronicity that already happen. Of like, how did you know I was thinking that? Or
Yeah.
like you know that type of stuff where it's like, whoa, I was thinking that too. Or like,
Yeah.
like for example, like some things have been happening recently where it's like maybe you had watched a mermaid movie in the months preceding, and for whatever reason, like it just happened. Probability to be that night that you both had a dream that was kind of evoked by the same imagery or whatever.
Mhm.
Or you're grappling. I mean, the other thing would be the Jung thing of like you're grappling with like this idea of the archetype of the mermaid,
What is
Mm.
the archetype of the mermaid?
The mermaid
is it- is it
never
represents-
the-
belonging.
never belonging to either. But it's also
Yeah.
this feminine thing.
I was
So
wondering
it's
if it
like-
was
In what
like
way?
the
Well,
yeah.
mermaids are most mermaids are female.
Sexy girls.
But like, what does that represent?
This idea
sexy
of
girl
like
who
they
doesn't
live
belong.
in they live in the ocean and the ocean
the ocean
But
represents-
where are you gonna fuck him?
but they're gay. No, they represent the ocean represents like your subconscious. So it's like
Huh.
the these people who live integrated in with their subconscious, with their wildness, their animal, but then they go on land and then they can mask as being human
Mhm.
at time. Well, that's I guess Selkies. Mermaids are maybe a little different because mermaids can also be evil. I'm
Yeah, I
thinking more
think-
about Selkies.
I think traditionally,
similar.
mermaids.
Are evil.
I think traditionally, you
Mermaids-
see
I'm
how
gonna look
cold
it
my
up.
hand is.
Uh,
Mermaids is evil usually.
I'm gonna-
Evil's
Hold on,
mermaids.
Hold on. Maybe I'd love to be wrong,
I'm
but
pretty sure, like in a lot of those old, like
they
fucking,
are.
Yeah, they're like tricksters.
As you know, I just read Song of Achilles.
Yeah, was there a
And,
mermaid?
well,
No.
It's like a sea nymph. So Achilles' mom was
Wow,
named
you're
Thetis, who was a
fucking
sea
dumb.
nymph, and she was really brutal. Like I feel like there's just a
Wow.
like she was beautiful, but in a really spooky way. And I think she had like, I don't know. I just picture her as having like sharp teeth.
Oh.
Yeah.
this is
Um,
okay. Wait, this is fucking sick.
Well, also-
And then the
there were-
sirens, like they're hot, but they're evil technically.
But
depending on how you
sirens-
define evil.
Sirens are also kind of like wise.
I think it's
in
like
the
you
way that
trick
they
men
know how
more
to
than evil.
Yeah.
get with they want.
Yeah, I think that's really. I think it's like being able to actually use sexuality to take power of men.
Yeah.
Is like the connecting thing.
Yeah,
Love
the
it.
ocean is the collective unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As is always.
And obviously, there's like there's like the 12 different archetypes that things kind of like slot into, and you can like. It's
Can you
like
believe how much fucking Joseph Campbell we've all read, and I would not be able to name you all of those.
I really want to get.
I
to
name like the
fucking
few.
mermaid one.
Name all of what?
Like the 12 archetypes that are like most used.
It's like the caregiver, the the
Oh,
sage,
I see.
the
I
You couldn't do the journey?
I could not do the full journey. No. What happens to the knowledge in my head?
I know. I know. It's okay.
I know.
I know. Any other fears you have?
they're
as a kid?
mercurial intermediaries.
Yeah, so many.
So
Yeah.
they're like savers of drowning sailors and also beautiful sirens. They're shapeshifters.
Yeah, that's why.
And they're in communication with the collective unconscious. And they're pulling. Well, the collective unconscious is like maybe kind of a feminine realm of like being in touch, like a little bit.
But they're
so
pulling
they're
men.
calling
worlds.
you to like, be like submerged in this kind of
It's-
murky
It's funny how like you think about
shit.
Odysseus and like Achilles and like things like that. Like
I
it
love
is-
this shit.
No, I do too.
Have you
but
guys read
so
The
cool.
Pisces? I talked to you about it.
the
No.
what?
The Pisces?
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, it's a book that's like it's a love story between a girl and a merman.
Oh.
But it's like,
Merman.
Well, it's the shape
Yeah.
of water.
Yeah. Shape of Water. Did you guys see
Ah.
that movie?
Yeah.
yeah, I loved it.
Unbelievable.
I love
I
it.
love that director.
What's
I
his-
love Monster Man.
Pan's Labyrinth guy.
Yeah. Have you?
I don't know
Yeah.
his name.
Fucked up
Guillermo
shit.
del Toro.
What happened?
No, I'm just saying he makes fucked up shit.
Oh, I was afraid you were gonna
I
tell me.
loved Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's
I haven't
Labyrinth had
seen
a-
it. I thought it was gonna be too scary.
It's
I
not
always,
too scary
I
for
always
you.
talk
Okay.
about this,
It's
but
not
the
too scary
camera
for
never
you.
stops moving in that movie. There's never
Oh,
like
yeah.
a still shot.
You love saying that.
Yeah, well,
all
it's because
coming
it's
back.
Really
very.
cool.
Everything is. There's just a flow. It's cool. A movie's. There's some things that are a little.
And
bit
also just
scary.
makes you not feel settled. Like
Yeah,
if the camera's
exactly.
always moving, you're kind of like
What war?
one.
Mm.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, World War
Me.
One, fascist. shit.
Yeah.
Did you have any other like fear compulsion?
I mean, I was like
Possession things?
afraid of like I was so afraid all the time when I was a kid. Like I was kind of a scaredy cat. I mean, I still am a scaredy cat. Like I used to watch like the Goosebumps things with my mom. Did you guys ever watch those?
I watched Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, that one's also scary.
I
I
didn't
watched
watch
those
any
too.
of that
watching
shit.
that.
I watched. There's a thing of Goosebumps that I watch a lot of Are You Afraid of the Dark. Some of the Goosebumps ones are so much scarier. There's this one where a girl like there's a mask in a mask shop.
Oh, I've
And
seen this, and it
you get-
attaches to the face.
Yeah, and she can't get.
We
And when
watched
you
this.
put, yeah, we did with my mom. I think actually
Yeah, we did.
too.
What do you find is the mythological meaning of this, or the
That if
I
you're-
mean, it's like
psychological
temptation.
meaning in
I
your
was
It's
like,
life?
if it's like-
temptation.
There's also like there's different versions of the self, right? And if you're not
Mm.
if you're not integrated or at harmony with the like darker parts of your psyche or your
takes over?
personality, that it can
Mm.
take over, and you
Yeah.
can, like,
Ah.
you can become a person that you don't want to
It's
be.
also like the temptation of the darkness.
That's my
because it's
analysis.
like you see the mask and she knows that the
what does
shopkeepers.
the mask look like?
It's horrifying. It's really scary. It's like green.
No.
yeah, it's
green.
green,
It's really
screen,
scary.
which is the scariest color.
It is the scariest color.
Yeah.
But like,
that is interesting because I
it's
think that's true, but
temptation
it's
to-
also my favorite color.
green is a
yeah.
good color.
but I think it's dependent. It's on the shade. Green's kind of my favorite color.
Damn. Well, we need another. You've said
How is that even
chitty chitty bang bang
possible?
is what you're scared of.
Oh yeah.
This is where you finish up your.
No, it's just that it was scary. That's a really scary episode.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm going back to having nightmares now. I have nightmares like pretty frequently,
So fucked.
and I
I'm so
stopped taking gabapentin a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Um,
That's probably why you're having.
yeah,
more.
I think I'm gonna start taking it again.
Yeah.
I've been
It's
Real-
fun. It's nice to not have nightmares, honestly.
having.
But I will say, when you have them a lot, they become normal. I don't know if other people relate to this, but
trauma.
well, it's just like you don't process it as much.
Talk
Like
about fawning response.
you can get casual. You can get real casual about it.
I don't mind a nightmare. I don't like getting trapped. You know
I
what I'm
don't-
saying?
I always just have. I have like dreams that I wouldn't even necessarily describe it. I don't feel trapped in them, but I feel stressed. Yeah. So it's like I'm not having a restful evening.
Yeah,
like
no,
I'm
definitely.
I'm being pursued, you know, in a way that I need to run away, and I'm stressed or whatever. I don't really like that.
I want to tell you guys something today.
Maybe it's something I've never even heard before.
Maybe it is something that you've never heard before, but maybe you have heard it, but this time I want you to really hear it.
Okay, I'm listening, open-eared,
All
open
right.
mind.
So it's important to me that the supplements that I take are of the highest quality.
How can we help you with that?
Well, I actually have helped myself.
Wow.
And I can tell you how.
How, Katie?
Because I've been drinking AG1.
Wow, AG1, really?
Yeah, and it's a product that I've done a lot of research on.
Wow, tell me about it.
Well, I can tell you that it has all types of vitamins and minerals.
I love those.
And it really fills in the gaps in my diet. So,
That's
for
great.
example, this morning I had leftover bolognese
Oh, bolognese.
for breakfast.
Oh, from where?
From Farfalla.
Farfalle.
But I filled in the gaps in my nutrition with AG1.
That makes sense.
It makes it so easy.
Buca di Beppo.
Thank you so much. Taking care of my health, it really shouldn't be complicated, and AG1 simplifies this. It just covers all the bases and sets me up for success. So, I don't know how this sounds to you guys, but I think it's sounding pretty good.
It's sounding wonderful.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, if you want to replace your multivitamins and more, start with AG1. You can try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 and K2.
Wow.
And 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first subscription at drinkag1.com/gayotic. That's drinkag1.com/gayotic. Check it out.
Out.
That's rank.
Whoa.
Okay, so
Mermaid, werewolf.
fairy, werewolf, centaur.
Mermaid, fairy, werewolf.
I have mine.
Go.
Centaur,
Yeah.
fairy,
Okay.
mermaid, werewolf.
The thing that's hard is like the only one that has a like kind of a negative connotation around it is werewolf. You know what I'm saying?
For me, it's more that I just associate it with like, I like,
You
I actually associate it with Twilight, and it's like I'm more attracted versus Centaur. I'm associating with Chiron, the wounded healer, who I love, and I love him in an ancient way.
I think people like want to fuck
they're like
centaurs.
jacked.
I feel like that would be.
It would be horrible for reasons that we need not discuss.
No, but I swear to God, dude.
Dude,
I think
I
that
have a
is like
question.
I think that's no, it's like it's the ultimate kink of
Easy
women.
question.
No, this is the ultimate
Do
kink
you think
of
there's
women.
centaur
Penis? What?
Definitely.
centaur porn?
Yeah, I'm sure
Definitely.
there is, but
There's
I
so
think
many
it's more
nerds.
about like they want to get like they want to be loved. It's like forbidden. It's like how could you ever really like
The love of
have
a
Wait, I
centaur
saw
is
a
just wanting
really
to be
good
loved.
video on TikTok of a girl trying to make an AI generated centaur and figuring out that AI does not know what a centaur is.
That's
Whoa.
awesome.
And so it literally could not. Like the closest
awesome.
it got was horse body, and then
It sounds like something
a
man's
Ivan.
head
human-
on the horse
a
head.
man's head in like kind of the shape and size of a horse head.
This sounds like something Ivan would make.
So fun.
It was crazy. Anyway,
Huh.
You're
right.
gonna have to remind me.
Yeah, wait, so what is it again?
Listen,
Fairy, werewolf, centaur, mermaid.
mermaid. Simple. Bad bitches first. Mermaids.
Huh.
Need 'em.
Shout out to all
Mer.
the topless ladies swimming.
Whoa.
And shout out to the ones in Hook that make out with
It
Robin
kind of
Williams.
this is kind of making it seem
Really
like
hot.
you believe in mermaids and you're interested in
No, I'm not
them.
really.
Look at your body language right now.
But look at how closed off my legs are. Look at how closed off I am in this way.
Yeah, but that makes
You
them
know what I
want you
mean?
even more. You're
I'm not
imitating.
gonna
stop,
feel
You're
stop,
evoking.
stop queer
You
baiting
took your feet
mermaids.
off. I mean, your shoes off.
Why are you?
It makes me feel more comfortable.
I feel like
being
you
this
kind of
loud.
need a blankie when you're in here when we're doing a solo.
Yeah, You're so right. I want to be on Love Is Blind. I want to go Love Is Blind mode.
That
we
is
need those cups.
they. Yeah, you need to be drunk off of like half a bottle of Chablis,
Right.
and then going and be like, where did you go to high school?
What if we did an episode of Gayotic where we put like a divider up and you guys didn't tell us who the guest was?
And we had to guess.
And we not have to guess, but like
That sounds like a good
we
live.
do
app.
Love Is Blind.
That sounds like a good love. Oh wait, why don't we just? That's like the dating game that they do on Drag Race, like the old school dating game.
Mm-hmm.
I would love that.
Whoa.
Okay,
my
if you're
yawn, I'm
not
sorry.
watching the visual episode, you really just missed out on the most fascinating yawn I've ever seen
I've
from
been doing-
Naomi
okay.
McPherson.
you've been doing little kitty stuff.
That's a little yawn that it's been described as a puppy yawn because I curl my tongue. I'm not doing it on purpose.
You're not doing that on purpose?
I kind of want to yawn again. It's make it like
Do it.
Now I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Okay.
I did it again.
Shy.
I felt it.
Okay, rank.
My tongue stuck. I didn't even get past mermaid. I'm the most hated member of this podcast.
No, you and I
I've died.
oscillate. Yeah.
Mermaid, centaur,
Huh.
Cool. Respect.
What if I just started saying ones that weren't even options because I don't
kinda
remember?
like-
Vampire, Frankenstein.
I know, but that's the thing. That's the
like,
thing.
I don't
We should-
remember.
Werewolf doesn't feel right. you
I would
guys.
put werewolf
I know.
third,
I
but
agree with you.
I'll put werewolf third just to be interesting.
Werewolf is not a part of this.
And fairies was the last one, or
Yeah.
leprechaun?
Fairies.
Fairies.
Fairies. You know what? Fairies are pretty evil.
Oh my God, they're just funny.
No, I think they're
No.
actually kind of like evil.
They
No,
are.
they're like the Sour Patch Kids. First they're sour, then they're sweet.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
That's pretty cute.
Nah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That's mine, and then I'm gonna show you the cup.
Centaur.
Wow.
I love him.
They're pretty cool.
Centaur,
They're completely jacked.
a werewolf, mermaid, fairy. But werewolf shouldn't. I really disagree with werewolf.
Werewolf is
you
not
guys.
a part of this. No, I agree with you. I just can't think of
I know.
somebody
I mean,
who
it
would
should be like
more a part of it.
leprechaun, but the leprechaun and fairy have such similar, like, whatever. We did it. Werewolf, we need to use again when we do spooky ookies. Dracula, werewolf,
Mm-hmm.
Frankenstein
Frankenstein.
and vampire. Oh. Dracula, vampire girl, a werewolf, and a vampire baby.
You guys remember, man? You know what's a sex movie?
The one we
What?
watched.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, the cup is so beautiful. they don't sell it
Dracula, the
anymore.
one with Gary Oldman and Winona
Oh yeah,
Ryder.
I kind of tuned out of that.
That's like a
It
fully
was,
sexual movie.
It was awesome. He's like, I don't know what I can even withhold myself, and he's like has a crazy head.
This is honestly.
fucking
we
insane.
I
should
love
do.
Gary Oldman.
We should really do more.
I
We need to
think
do
we
a
have to-
deep
I
dive.
think he threw a phone at his wife
Yeah,
or
we
something.
need to do a deep dive.
would like to
on
rank
the
Gary Oldman
iconography of
characters.
sex in fairy tales and lore.
I mean, that
How-
would be an entire podcast.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna do just one episode. It's called "Sex Me Up, Fairy,"
but not in a condescending or homophobic way.
Sex me up, fairy.
Fairy. You guys need to know when we're saying fairy, we're saying F-A-E-R-I-E. Fairy.
Fiery. Fiery.
Wait, where's
Okay,
the
show us
cup?
the fucking cup.
Okay, what's showing up?
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I am the most hated. Okay, wait, hold on. So the cup is so damn good they don't sell it anymore, which was fucking insane.
I don't think I really. When do we ever have conflict on this show?
We don't really. Okay,
Huh.
you know what? Here's kind of the cup. This is a version of the cup that that is,
This is-
a flower vase.
This is interesting that you were so.
I can't explain to you how much I
guess
like
I would
it.
have to have seen it
It's
in
really
person.
beautiful.
You know what I mean?
It's really quite beautiful.
What a cup can do, it's only can do to you when it's in your hand. You know what I'm saying?
This
you
is
don't know the
I know
power.
exactly what you're saying.
It's a
You don't know the
Bauer. It's
power.
like a Bauer reproduction of a. This is like the version of it that's a vase, but it's a
This
nice
is not
cup.
what I was expecting.
No.
If it was like it's just nice. Like
Yeah.
it's medium sized. It's like
was
about
it was
this
it a
big.
very
cup
happy
or
for
would you
you.
have
And it's a
coffee?
beautiful orange
Do you have
cup.
coffee or water?
Coffee.
Whoa.
So it's definitely a mug.
What do you guys feel about a mug that doesn't have
handle?
a handle?
I like that.
Huh.
I
I
know
don't
you
like
like a
it.
big handle.
I like a handle because I'm prone to burn my hands. I like the coffee when it's hot.
Do you?
You know I don't like coffee. As soon as it gets cold, I said,
Yeah.
I kind of feel you, but if it's too hot, I'm not like gonna go risk
well, I'm
it
not
all.
gonna burn my tongue. I'm not sick. Okay, bye guys.
Fairies,
Goodbye.
dragons, vampires, werewolves, and a cloud with a face.
If anybody continues us doing this podcast consistently, people are actually still listening to us talk when it's just the three of us being so
know.
stupid.
I love you, Katie.
Love you, Josette.
I love you, Naomi. Dragons, mermaids, clouds, all types of different mythical stuff.
That was a Headgum podcast.